This is it TV. Icon Talk. Where the icons talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Some coffee them you. Yeah, what I say?
No, yo, bro, you can't just like give me some coffee, so bro.
Give me some
Some
Marley coffee. See time. Coffee. And Marley
coffee, man.
let's play with the thing, you know.
No, sir, we have to pro the thing, the G, but I want the coffee.
Yeah.
You can't say that, the G.
So go on serious, you know.
Yeah, man. So you land a South Flow, right? And which part in a South Flow you drop and what the vibe like when you drop?
Miami, Pinecrest, Florida. That's where my father buy the house with my grandmother in 1976.
Okay, Pinecrest.
Yeah.
That's a Southwest?
Yeah.
Southwest. Same. So now, what the vibe like? You must say you know, run the road.
You know.
Yeah, but you run the road and you can take bus. Remember
No.
saying no. What may I say?
Over foreigner. Me.
Yeah. I can say that now. General. Remember say your man where?
Well, you know, I hear him drop me off, you know.
All right.
You know, them drop me off. You know.
Good luck with it, bro.
All right. So my father used to have a Cadillac up there, sir.
Yeah.
And through Ziggy and Steve now, them man the traveler and Uncle Richie there, you know. So them man come up, them man they love drive. So the day when Uncle Rich, my brother, man, this is the day when them go fly out though, cause we done spend 2 weeks at summertime. Them done spend 2 weeks up already now. Time for leave, or a week. Time for leave. So I must forget some things back for Jamaica. So me, them time me gonna stay, you know. So me and Richie in the back seat of the Cadillac and Steve and Ziggy up front. Cause Ziggy I drive and Steve I'm a big brother, so I'm up front anyway. So when I saw the chain work.
Yeah.
So Ziggy I drive and when them stop now, Ziggy jump out and go inside for to buy something for what's that ass, one of them damn ass or some type of thing. You know, like a farm store. You know? So same time now, Uncle Richie now must have got on touch me on my shoulder too, you know. To them some rude, you know. So we turned to him. We turned to him and said, I don't fuck off and just leave me alone.
No, please.
The man, number, bop. Same time now, when Steve spot that, Steve will call Ziggy, go inside. Steve just take time. And go screech you and go call Ziggy. So Ziggy come on now and said to Uncle Richie through the window, cause we on the back seat. And he carry. Come there, you know. He said to Richie, man. He said, Richie, uncle, just take your time with him, man, you know? This boy have no manners. So now, go to now and drive back to one hotel and drop off Ziggy and Steve, and I will tell Sidela, say, look more. I forgot to say bye-bye tomorrow, retire everybody, I forgot to tell them, all right. Yeah, remember that now. So, when I through me the Spanish, I tell them, I say, I go Miami how long and can't reach. About 2 years. It was my man's liar, just me.
And then somebody forward to like that.
Yeah, that one time when I go up Hope Road for about 2 weeks, everything I'm gone to Miami.
Yo.
No, I'm gonna leave yet. So now the day now when I tell my sister bye-bye and I said, you know, Sidela, she said to me, because she know my uncle man fuck me up, you know. She said to me, you sure you wanna stay? I seen in my mind, me can't go back to Spanish.
Yeah, so many brand fans from West.
I me I go Miami. Me can't go.
I hate this.
So I said, no, when I calculate up my maths, I said, no, I have to stay. So I reach at the yard now. When we go back now, my uncle and we go to the yard now, my granny and my next uncle there at the yard. My uncle walk in and I feel brother named Anthony. He said to Anthony, Anthony, you won't believe what this boy said to me. He said, what did he say?
Yo.
He said, what did he say? He said, tell me go fuck my blah blah blah. He said, what? Same time, man. Anthony, you know, sit down for me, you know. I'm start ball. Grandma!
And then nowhere near this, so father.
No, wait, no. It's when my grandmother walk in. Anthony, get off of that child. Anthony said, no, Ma. He don't have no respect. He told Richie, da, da, da. She said, sit on his ass.
So, bro, this is how Mama Sinella.
Yeah. She said, sit on his ass.
Yo.
We said that moment, we realized that we don't have no help. And a joke thing. So I go yes now and then never miss a day in school. Never like call the school right up the street. Like
Okay.
bicycle. So
Right.
my granny used to have to drive me go to school. And my uncle I'm in a school, but my granny know when it first started, she'd have to drive me go to school. You know what I mean? Until they register me on the school bus. So when they register me on the school bus now, one night time, the bus driver lady said something to me funny. I'm just tell her about her blood clot. So them kick me off of the school bus.
Bro, you come up with the foolishness.
When them kick me off of the school bus, though, my uncle, them can't, because my granny have to drive me go to school, so them can't figure out why grandma have to drive, because we cannot make them go on. So them vex, say my granny have to drive me go to school, and them figure out what go on. Uncle, give me a little lashing, man. Him say, what? You know have no manners? Bam, 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 car, you know it go. You have mommy a drive, and you know, because grandma drive fast, you know. So, boy, yeah, man, I learned that thing, man. I couldn't blood clot tell one lie to my uncle, my granny. I learned never tell a lie, because they never play that shit.
But me hear you say a thing, you know, in a past interview where me really, let's see the building blocks.
See
at that whole transition up to now. They listen how the transitioning from a youth in a Spain up to now, and at every section of the movement, all your siblings and the family and the structure and the hierarchy and the family
always
took responsibility for you also.
From day one though, but I saw it set because
exactly.
With sister and brother, them like when them buy a house, they don't buy a house themselves. They buy a house where everyone can live in the house. That's the first house they buy. The first house my sister still bought was a house next door to Mama Rita that all of her brothers and sisters live there. Because we all live at Mama Rita's house on the weekends. When Friday we all go there. And then the next thing she did when she got older, she bought a house for all of us. And we all lived in that same house. Me, Steven, no, well, not Steve. Steve lived next door still. Karen, Stephanie, Stella, Julian, Damian, Kimani, all of us live in that house. That was it. We always live with our sister like that, Stella. From there.
So remember saying Raw, we as a general public used to, if a man, if a parent pass away in our family, if I even just two siblings no master, then rip themselves apart for whatever left in. And no matter what the parent wishes were in, a man just decides he want the whole thing for himself, you know, man.
Oh yeah, Rastafari was saying.
Exactly. So, you know, there's a couple comments when I see a person say, boy, Jano, we always wonder how we never hear no infighting amongst the youth, them in the Marley family, and some people say, yo.
You know what kind of fight we fight? We fight about correction.
Yes.
We don't fight over money. We fight about, hey, how you do? How you take do? How you do that?
No time to check, don't.
Yeah, what you mean? You forget check. What you mean? They're really not a ramp with you. The ramp, sister in a ramp. Check, run, what you do? What you do? What you go on with? I'm have to itemize out that and lay it out. because she not come to me with no like a hi no Roland, what that me here? My family make sure know straight up and brother. Answer. I thought our biggest thing as our family is make sure we don't embarrass our family and do things and
Yes, sir.
they're gonna check your ass class.
Yes, sir.
And when they check you, bro, they check you. Yeah, bro, because that is thing different. They really militant, G. And for them and they're on the thing, I am.
Yeah, man, I appreciate love that, man, because
thing run. Yes,
a man say, boy, them and I love to see her. And I tell you, people love to see people business and when time they can't see them only promote assumptions.
No, sir, because I don't think I make people fight out of money.
Exactly.
And you say to a Bob Marley money and a Bob set it and we just steward it on because since 1981 we have built the company and we are the children, and nobody don't build this. Our father set the foundation, but we look after it since 1981. Because them set up everything and want to sell everything. So we have to nourish that, we invest in it, and we invest in it. We, the children, and nobody, we, the children. And the bigger ones, them hold steadfast to it, and because the principles of Rastafari and where our father lived by, man, and live both and chase down money on him. You know, so you have never see that yet. Just go and build and do it himself, though, and really, it's doing what he said to do.
Yeah, which brings me, Raw, to the Ethiopian Orthodoxy.
Yeah.
Which you mentioned earlier. That is something we're rooted in the eye from, and the family, as a matter of fact.
Well, what me know is this. As a little boy, when I would go to my brother's house, Stephen, Ziggy, Sidella, Mama Rita, Daddy, yard. The priest live in the same yard. I grew up seeing my brothers as deacons, Ziggy and Stephen is in the church, Orthodox church. I grew up, Mama Rita taking us all to church, baptized in church in the 70s. I grew up seeing my father in the church. So, and that's what he said for his children. All I and I have baptized in the church. The priest that His Majesty sent to Jamaica is the same priest. So it's the teachings of His Majesty. So is that we're dealing with? It's really so, and the church is a part of that teaching, which is Ethiopian Orthodox Church. That's part of the teachings of His Majesty. And I is really like the origins of creation, meaning this type of people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our teaching that is a teaching wayward, because it's not to say that in time there weren't just certain type of life, but we're talking about now and how to bring it together now. It's not to say that man wasn't praising the sun at one point and man wasn't doing this and man wasn't doing that, and but we're not talking about that. We're talking about now in real time, in with what we see in day-to-day life, and how to manifest that living God principle in your daily life. We talk about now. And because everything else is great, but we're talking about in this dispensation and this present moment, and it's just the way that. And I saw the church coming, as the wayward, and how one should live, how to pray, how to eat, fasting, all these things is an order. As a teaching.
It's interesting, Raw, for listening, because a lot of yard people you probably hear you mention that connection to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church and probably never realize how much Rastafari is aligned.
Is it?
The Ethiopian
You can't say Rastafari and not say Ethiopian Orthodox Church.
Yeah. But remember saying most away with more familiar with like Naya Bing and
Naya Bing is an order of the all of that, but all those things are great, because remember, right? Let me tell you the difference now.
Yes, please.
So remember, in ancient of days, like Judea, right? You have rabbis and you have man like Yeshua, Jesus Christ, as you call it.
Yeah.
They're walking up and down, holy man. You have them in Ethiopia too, because they're of the same goodliness and the goodly order, right? They just not under the canon law, right? Which is the churchical law, but it's the same. Okay. It's just not under the canon. It's the same teachings, right? Same, but it's more of like the they don't necessarily govern by the canon laws,
Right.
which are the laws of, or Moses set it from Aaron them time, and those laws, and where you get the church concept. So
Yes.
church, not concept, but the church ways, what I mean, which is, how to pray, how to worship, and in self within that realm. But the others is the same meditation. It's just the same meditation.
It's just a different arm of the same house.
Well, one deals directly with a divine order in regards to the spiritual side. Another one is more of a physical spiritual, right? Because like certain priests may eat meat,
Okay.
but certain Nazarites, certain Nyabingi, other Baba don't eat no meat. But if you go to Ethiopia, it's the same thing. So you have the Batawe, which is how you'd call like a Bobo, as a Batawe, like a priest, they're real like a Nazarite priest. There's different orders, right? It's just an order. So Nazarene is an order. So you see, cause you have priests who they only adhere to the principles during certain times, like during the fasting times and such. But then you have the monastery, the monk, is always Nazarite. And then when you leave the monastery life now, you come into the world. So that is where
It sounds like it gives you a sense of more freedom.
Yeah, but
is that so?
but it's all oneness, because this is where Rastafari come in now. Because Rastafari is the man, right, who once lived in the wilderness, but now is here, which is the king, the priest, the prophet, the king, right? So the priest is that man that try to live and seek a divine life. The prophet is the man with the vision. The people without the vision, they perish, right? So every one of us are prophets. And it's we could say, when you see something, tomorrow I'm going to do that, and you do it tomorrow, it's prophecy. So that's the prophet. The kingship or the queenship, the kingdom or the queendom is the self, the physical self, how we govern self and how we carry self. So that's the tree within the one. And that is where Rastafari come on now, and Haile Selassie is seeing the manifestation of self with all the three elements, which the 7 elements, but we're talking those three, right?
Yeah.
Prophet and the king, right? Which is man itself, which is leadership of self, which is how you run your household, as you have to be a king in your household, your kingdom. And it's really how you govern yourself, because a king treats himself a certain way. That's a divine way. So that's why that's where you get that now. And that's why when you see His Majesty, and that's why there's certain orders, and the church helps to remind you of that humility, and the church will help to instill that humility in you, because there's a certain practice for prostration and certain things you have to do, where a certain commitment to a divine within self, because it's still a physical thing, but it's a practice within self. So all those things matter. So when you find that, when you find when you find that being that's manifesting these things on a daily purpose, is vibrating on a higher frequency.
Yes, sir.
It's just that's a higher.
Well said, my bro.
That's what Orthodox align I and I.
Yes. No, yeah, man. And that's the Marley brand coffee.
Yes, I.
We enjoy for drinking.
Marley coffee. You see?
Yeah, man. Coffee.
And the lion or the herbs.
Like, don't forget about the lion or the herbs either. That's available all about anywhere, dispensaries, all of them things, right, bro?
Michigan right now, but the branch itself is available to lineorder.com. You can learn a lot about I.
Okay. Yes, sir. And we will putting up the information on the screen when this come out. Bro, we're gonna push it along.
Yeah, man.
So here I go now. Here I have now. You're there in Florida, you're there in Miami, and you're in a system, get yourself together, high school, you get into football, American football. And you're a 5'8" I think you tap out a 5'8" right now.
5'9".
Hold on, you put on an inch since 1 year? Come on now, bro.
5'8.5", man.
You cut off half. I'm a career in 5'8". Steven, when you start using linebacker,
Yeah.
brethren, and when me think about a linebacker, me think about a beastly person. Somebody look like and could thump 10 cow one time, kill 10. You don't see it.
I saw them look.
So they look. but you, my brethren,
See me there.
became an animal.
Them man they,
Transform on that field. Talk to me about that whole football thing. You know?
and them man never stand up and fight, man. Fight 6 man yet with stone.
Face to face.
Face to face stone war. They never in a stone war yet.
So you're built for this, bro. It's like you're trained for this.
I mean, an animal. Just an animal. Lion.
Yeah.
You know, when you play them game, there, a different thing, isn't it? Like from time, you know what I mean? I saw it more like I saw them as enemies. I saw, I see them as enemies when I'm on the field. Like I you know, it's a mine. Like I play to hurt people. You know, when I play the game, I want to hurt you literally. Like I want to hurt you within the laws of the game, of course, but like knock you out. Like I want to fuck you up. Like I want to run through your head. You know, like crush you.
Which high school you play for, bro?
A school named Palmetto High School here.
And then from there you went on to University of Hurricanes.
And when I started out, I learned the game in 11. I started playing linebacker in 11th grade, and 11th and 12th grade is when I started playing, and I got the scholarship, and I went to the Hurricanes and got there.
So young in the sport 2 years before you get that scholarship.
Yeah, I did 2. I only played 2 years, and I played 1 year as a cornerback as my freshman year, 10th grade year. I was learning the game because before that I played an Optimus game where they had me play 6 games. Before that, I only ever played 6 games, which was the Optimus League, and that was the 8th grade. And then I couldn't play in the 9th grade; I was too heavy. And then the 10th grade, I played cornerback because I couldn't play. I wanted to play quarterback, but I couldn't do the part where you put your hand under the center.
Yeah.
We couldn't do that. We didn't know that part.
I have a few things that my lad, respectfully. No, bro. Yeah. So you're not on speed, though, you're not a quick man like.
No, man, man, fast, man. We have like a speed, yes. So we have like a speed, man.
Okay.
I ran track for the high school, high jump.
Tracks, you know.
My biggest jump was 6'4" on the high jump, and the track, and the track we had a record for the fastest 4x100 meters in the school. I was the second leg.
Okay. All right. So you see,
yeah, I did all that shit, and I played soccer team. I played on soccer team too.
Yeah. I know you do a little soccer. I know that.
I used to play with a broken ankle.
Really?
I remember playing the games with a broken ankle, but I had to play. But I remember
couldn't sit it out.
No, the pain, just the.
Yeah, we do a lot of that back in. And that's why I tell you how resilient we are, bro. Because we do a whole heap of you right now.
No. When you get up and the bed, oh!
Exactly. A joke thing. Big joke. You know, see, I play a full game already on a broken ankle.
Yeah. Honestly, the pain when you reach after that game. Well, yeah, so like that. They told me they had a scholarship for me if I could pass the SATs. I got it done. I got a scholarship to UM. When I got to UM, they didn't know what to do with me because I was so small, you know?
Yeah.
So and I played linebacker in high school, but you're also small. But I didn't care about that. Be strong.
Mindset.
Yeah, me care small. I didn't see. We can go through any wall. Like that didn't matter. Like I didn't have those.
Hey, so me moved to Maryland 2011. And when I got to Baltimore, I go see a man. It's not a big NFL man, I ain't gonna lie. But I go see a man in the city who was like a god, no joke. The city practically bowed to this man, at this man's feet. When he spoke, the walls crumble, my general. No lie, like this man could inspire a dead body out of a coffin and make him get up and walk. That's how I feel when I hear this man talk. And this man is Ray Lewis, Hall of Famer, linebacker, the king in a Baltimore.
Yeah.
And me look at this man like a god because the follow fashion. And then now me hear the man them say, "Are you look apprentice?" So Ray Lewis was a look apprentice from UM coming right up to now.
Yeah.
So what kind of animal were you, my general?
You can't go Jamaica, man, and say, yo, my lad, this you have to do, and this you have to eat. Man, and Ed Reed, yeah, man. I'm a soldier.
Ed Reed, yes, also. But hold on, The Rock also?
Kate. 1 second there. Kate. Thank you. Yeah, fire.
Was The Rock a part of that whole UM movement too?
Yeah, he was on the team as well. Yeah, man.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, man. One of us.
It is suggested. I don't know if you said or the history book said you were the man, the team leader among the great group.
I was one of the guys. Absolutely.
One of the guys. Yeah.
I led the team in tackles. Yeah, I'm one. Yeah, them. Yeah, I'm one of the guys. I'm one of the main guys. Them times. Cause we have some stars on the team, so I can't take all the credit.
All the credit. True.
But that's for sure one of the main guys. Doing interviews, they talk to me. You know what I mean? And as well, it didn't hurt that being Bob's son playing football. It was a good news story too. So it kind of helped market the whole thing. And it was great for the school with the marketing side. Yes, you know what I mean? It helped. You know what I mean? Cause you know what already. They're gonna push this one because that's content. But through them time, the people that know say content, them people that want. That's why them blast it so I can't stretch it further. Well, all of a sudden University of Miami that they're talking about the Jet magazine and them something there. But not talk about there wasn't no Jet magazine talking about no University of Miami. You know what I mean? So them look at thing that helped, but I didn't really know. So they was using me as the marketing piece because good marketing tool for them at the time. And it didn't hurt that I was also playing some real nice football.
Ro, let me ask you a question. This has been a controversial one for years.
Sure.
Do you think elite college athletes at least should be paid some kind of remuneration for the numbers of them bringing into colleges?
Wow. I mean, they're doing it now, right? They're paying the athletes today, but I mean, wow, it'd be nice if you put so much into it. It's not that I would say this for the athletes because it's not fair to the other players, right? Because like now, right? Like say I played on a team of 22 people on the team I played actually at that time, and then a couple of guys on that team was like star players, and then they say they try to honor them today, like in regards to monetarily. But I don't feel it. I don't know. Then yeah, but now it'd be more the best way to do it would be like, hey, you know what? Every player should have the right to sell their jersey.
Oh,
every player should earn from their name and likeness within that whole history. They should offer it up. Every player, like anybody should, and then obviously you have to be responsible to market your own product and do your things, right? But they should give each player the right to do that. And if you want, you know what I mean, sell your own jersey. Yeah.
This likeness rights, what you just spoke of, bro. because
Right.
I'm not that educated on it in terms of college, right? My son played college basketball and went on to play pro overseas.
Yeah,
See?
nice.
And but when it comes down to the college lives, who gets that now? Is it the shirt sponsors or is it the universities?
Well, right now, right, the players are doing it and getting it right now.
Yeah, I mean before now.
NIL before before the university for sure, because remember, they're sponsored by like Adidas
Yes.
or Nike. So obviously, so whatever jersey they sell, the school and Nike is getting the money from that.
Split the profit.
Yeah,
The
them
people
like
that
that.
name.
Absolutely.
Judge.
Cause we never get no. I mean, people you see wearing your jersey, but I mean, they weren't marketed it like that anyway. For it to be like, it wasn't like the NFL, you know, where you can.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were for sure sell it, but they sell it. They'll just sell it as a number 2. They won't put the Marley on the back, you know.
Mm.
But you know what? I don't know really, because even my son Nico, he
Yeah.
went on to make it into
Redskins.
They have his jersey up there, but I don't see him. They ain't giving him no money, and he never even played that season. But they still selling his jersey.
It's still being sold, huh?
Yeah, I see it. But he never played the full season with them. You know, he went for the preseasons,
Mm-hmm.
which was a great feat because he's small. He played like that. That goes to show you the heart of the lion. You know,
Heart of the lion, yeah.
he went on and played linebacker in the pros, as small as he was, and
he got drafted when 18, 16.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But today he works with me, and he works with his other brother YG Marley and Zion.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on YG, further on too, really quick. Yeah, man, we out there long, I mean, when tell us something want to keep it for an hour, but you don't know when conversation get, feel.
That's good. Then you can edit it to your own.
Yeah, man, we can do that too, man. But bro, so
yeah.
what am I saying now? You never made it into the NFL for whatever reason, right? You went on to play, I think, a season or a couple seasons in Ottawa.
Yeah, what happened with the NFL though? My right after the game, I went to Haiti because my son Nico was born right after.
Now, I'm going to go back there. It's Bob Marley's young son now. Saw him yesterday. I said, Rohan, you're looking more and more like Pops every day, man. I said, Rohan, I'll tell you what you do. You sign with the World League. You go over there. There it is, huh? See what's happening?
No locks here. Look at that. No locks.
He looks much better. I said, you go over to Paris or someplace like that, the World League, man. You'll go to the World League Hall of Fame.
He really can play football. He's just about 4 inches too short, but he can play.
Jackaroo.
Well, Brent, remember last year he decided to shave his head, and there was a lot of talk about the fact that Rohan Marley didn't like to talk about the fact that he was the son of the great Bob Marley. But he has a daughter that was born a little bit after the debacle at Arizona last year in the bowl game. She's in Haiti right now, and Marley has embraced the Rastafarian religion. He says the dreadlocks are what I am. I'm a Rasta, and I will be a Rasta. And he says a lot of this has helped me to stay more focused, not only upon football, but also upon life.
Nebraska. So I couldn't declare for the draft early enough. So I was ineligible to go to the NFL.
So hold on, run about the time now when you finna get ready for the NFL. You got Haiti?
No, my son born January 5th.
Oh, I see.
Game was January 2nd. I'm a junior in college. I gotta tell them January 6th that I'm not coming back to school. I'm in Haiti. They have no phones, no telephone. I can't call. When I come back to America, I tell the university that I'm not coming back to school for my senior year, and I want to declare for the draft. They called the NFL, and the NFL said there was no exceptions to the rule. And I respond to the lady. I said, "Fuck it, I retired then." I wasn't coming back to play my senior year in college. Then I got a tryout. I got another story. That's a story in itself. And I went CFL because I called my brothers and say, "Yo, we're done with this year, I'm coming home." done with football. So I went on the road with my brothers, and that's how come enough things. Life took another road that way. I went into work with my brothers after college.
Here's the $100 million question. Do you sing at RO? You have any talent in your voice, Mas?
When you say sing, what that mean?
No, I mean,
You make money. Do you make money singing?
Yeah, man, to make money singing.
Or make money singing, sir? Why not pay me for coming?
Why not if you have
Must
the talent and go and hold back for it in the
no one paying me $1.
Yo, what you do? Listen, that's a logical question because everybody else have the talent there where they can earn from.
Oh, well, I not really, yeah, because you have to sing for real. And my family, I pray singers and them things,
Exactly.
So you can't like play with the thing. So no, I'm not really not sing. No, no, honestly, we don't have time for that.
No, we see that. We clearly see that, my virgin.
The amount of things I do already.
Yeah.
Once they gonna start sing. No, sir.
So,
Sister, picnic,
everybody.
as everybody is singing, then I'm good. We don't sing as G.
So, yo.
Yeah, go on, talk, man.
Yeah, listen, we're blessed. We're blessed. This is a TV icon talk. Icons of icons. You know
Icons,
what I mean?
icons. Somebody, yeah. Una.
Yeah. Unless and this is to the audience, unless you've been living on a rock, you wouldn't know. Say, Ron Marley is also the father of the young sensation YG Marley, who every time he turn on the radio, I hear him burn up the airwaves. Also, the ex-partner, if I may say
What?
that.
Ex-sinner. The mother of my children. You can't ex out people.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Me challenge with overpresented.
You know that.
Glad for the confirmation.
Queen Miss Lauren Hill, man.
The Queen, Miss Lauren Hill.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so this is why I tell you, sir, we are in the presence of royalty, my virgin. And if you didn't know that before, we're not going to know this now. You understand? Yeah. So, Raw.
Yeah.
Like the musical influence of your kid, because I think you have a daughter also who is an artist.
Taylor, she sing to Zion. He have some music too. Yeah. Yeah, man.
No, this was inevitable. I'm going to tell you that straight up and down. This was inevitable.
Is I just try to remind them what they are and what they come from. And that once you remain within your lineage and you stay within your vine, you're going to be all right. When you go outside that, because if you go outside of what you're taught as a child or what, we can't help you because we don't know that area either. So when you stick within your realms, like every child should, because everyone have a lineage, and you can stick within that, you have a better chance of success. And some people are not blessed, or I wouldn't say not blessed, but I know not fortunate enough to try to remind themselves of that thing, why it's a struggle so much. But when you stick with the movement of what you come from, you'll be fine. So I always remind my youth, you know who your mother is, right?
Yes.
You know who your grandfather is, right? When it come on to music. You can't out there sing enough Karina. Make sure you don't. You can't. You have to make sure because nobody not gonna listen to you because they don't expect that of you. You're the child of such and such, so you have to be such and such. You're so set. You can't fuck father, so son. You can't be God youth. And like I remember my father said to me one time, and this goes for everything in life. And I'll tell you the meaning of it. One day before he tried to earth, he said to me that I think one of the last times he ever spoke to me, actually, I can't, as much as I can recall himself, he said to me, Hey, you see if you give any more trouble. Thank you, my son. Rastafari. Rastafari.
Thank you.
Rastafari.
Thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, man. Rastafari. Yeah. So my father said to me, if you give any more trouble, I was minding my own business. He called me upstairs. He said this to me. If you give any more trouble, you are not my son. I couldn't have been more than 8 years old. He said that shit.
You just straighten me up real fast, eh?
I mean, you know, remember my life. I mean, I would say, what is the money? I said, what the money I said to me do? But we kind of did like, come a rude boy. I said, what my father just said to me, like, them time, I said, I never know if I take it.
Yeah.
I said, yes, daddy. And I must say, yes, daddy. Like, I know what I mean, though. But what happened after? All right. All right, miss.
This one.
Yeah. All right.
Here's the spoon.
Yeah, man. All right. Thank you.
No.
Thank you, sir. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so get coffee, you know I go.
Yeah, man, you know the thing, man. You know, so you understood pretty early the principles.
Said that, and then later in life, me said to myself, how come my father could say that? But what he was saying was that, yo, I don't have much time on the place, sir.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, what I'm saying is that if you're God's child, if you're Jayud or if you're my son, you have to be like me. I'm your father. I have to teach you my ways, because anything outside of what I teach you, I can't. Who you learn that from? Like,
exactly.
Where you learn that? Like, who teach you that? My you have father. Do what me tell you. Follow that. The same that teaching. God, well, the same thing. You can't say a God youth and be godly.
Sure.
So them things. So same thing me tell my youth them or whoever, I say my friend, or whoever. Say, yo man, act the part, man. That is the part. That's where you come from. You have to be it. Because you can't be anything, you know, because you have a choice.
So your brother, one of your brothers, Kiman Marley, right?
Yeah.
We used to play soccer with him on 177, 179th Street Park.
You used to play up there too with him.
Yeah, man. But you know, I remember you seeing you still, man. I lie, you were there. This end of the 90s, mid to late 90s.
Oh, no, I was there playing up in 2001.
Yeah, them time to me used to come around, but by 2001, I already moved up north.
Yeah, because I used to play him. I formed a league. I made a league there, the team.
Oh, yeah.
I used to play in the league. We had our own team.
Enough respect for that.
Truly.
Respect for that. Hey, Ross, so if enter the final stage of the convoy now, I'm going to tell you give thanks again.
Never final, you know, but still. And
yeah,
I really,
This is
we never can.
Yeah, well, I reasoned. So you know.
Can.
Yeah. So you sir are an established entrepreneur with
to a point.
Yeah. You think no, because your brands them are your brand is worldwide.
Yeah, but I'm go on instead with it. But then establish it. When you establish now, you will know.
Okay. Still work in progress.
Still work in progress, sir.
So let's talk about a couple of them. The coffee, as we mentioned earlier.
Yes, sir.
This is something that you've been providing to the world for a few years now. Tell us a little more about it, man.
Well, in 1999, right after I leave college, I had to find something to do. The first part of that was being a house husband when I was doing that. Then after that, I tried out I wanted to be after the football thing didn't work out and such, and then I couldn't just be that. I still was an athlete. I tried out for the Jamaica Premier League. I made it.
Really?
Yeah, Harborview side.
Wow. You're not good.
Oh, you mean?
Not at all, bro.
Go down there, go down there, go. And my brothers find me, get a tryout on the team. They didn't know who I was. I didn't care if they know me or not.
No.
I made the team. Harborview.
Which year this?
This was with Stu Pease,
Donald Stewart them.
Bibby, Donald Stewart, all them guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I know them. I know the year for real.
Ricketts,
Please.
Jeremy and you.
Yes, left footer.
Left. I was on that team. So, but I tore my hamstring.
Okay.
So when I tore the hamstring now, I used to go to the doctor in the morning and go to the farm in the evening, right? Because I had the farm, the coffee farm.
Mhm.
But I bought that farm because when I bought the land, I asked people then what they're known for, and they told me coffee. I asked them if they know anything about coffee. They said they've been farming coffee all their lives. I said, well, all right, we're in the coffee business.
Yes, no. No, we in the coffee business.
Right there, you know, I have no business plan, no nothing. No start, you know, cause when we go up on the land, we go buy the land, the man say, hey, somebody say, yo, there's 200, there's some 52 acres on sale in Jamaica that they think a Rastaman say him feel like it belonging to the Marley family. So them time that me live with Lauren in New Jersey, me live at Wish Pass she there with the youth them and thing. And same time, she say, yo, what you do? You have to find something for them, man. I said,
you don't sing nothing. What go on?
I said, what is it? We don't do that. I said, what me? But you know, my man said, but wait, that lady. Me not ask you for nothing. One day I look after you, them. We make sure this are going and we make sure say you eat food and can you work. You out there.
Yeah.
2 hours if you're out there. We say, when I went to stay in, man, me go and stay in. I said, no,
sir.
I said, we do. I said, well, oh, I said, blood clot are true because them time there, I remember telling somebody they want to play for, I was trying out at the time, I got a tryout for a team because I never want to play American football. So by 97, 98, I got a tryout for Team Celtics in Scotland, right? Yeah. The Celtics.
Reggie,
Yeah.
you know, say I see him so Kimani going like my top striker. But I don't know say you too.
Yeah. So I got a tryout with them. But one day I'm watching the team. If you go on Twitter, you see that me and them have a little talk. And if you look in the newspaper, you'll find the article.
Okay.
I'm watching the game on TV. And I said, not a bomber clot.
What? What?
I get up.
Who are you see?
Yo, get up down here now. I say, yo, I don't football that. I say, no, I said, me can't play them that type of football. I say,
you know what I'm with a ball.
Because when I time, right, when they are Brazil with my brother them, coming up on the road, where which part Santos play. So then my brother have a sound check, and in the stadium, I juggling and I play ball. The man say, man, you should come and get a tryout for Santos. And I say,
Yeah.
then time like football fever, they you know, like
Mhm.
see my brother them serious kind of them well. And the thing is, my brothers, they have their own team. So anywhere we go, we play. Like the on tour, anywhere my brother
Yeah.
Black my story, yeah, they had a team. So I used to be on that team. So then after that team, now I wanted to go play for Jamaica. And anyway,
Mhm.
we used to go see that now and then. Me during them time, you know, when I say, me can't play in the Scotland ball, yeah, man. Them thing there.
Cold weather.
You know, so them wet ball, I can't play them. I just go mad. We can't play on the ball. I got frustrated. So, so now there was a deal did go on where we get $200,000. I'm a bridging from like a publishing deal with a record company, right? I think. So I'm gonna get that $200,000 check. And a Rastaman bridging when him IQ that said to him say, yo, Ron, you know, say a property there in Portland when we belong with the them for have it and the family hire. I say, yeah, I. He say, yes, I. So make I cite it in the eye. So when the eye show I the property, me I say, yes, I. But after have this higher height, I don't know, a far right thing.
Yeah.
How much it I go for that? Him say $200,000 a month, you know. I say someone I can't talk about it then, man. I have it. I can't talk about that. So I say from me have the money, we can entertain this. Because remember lines, I have to find something to do, you know. So,
Fuck, I know, master.
I look something, you know. So I'm saying, yeah, all right. Let me come see the place. Go down to Jamaica and spot the land. I'm say, you know something? I want this. Because when me look on at the land, I realize that nobody in the world now have no as a white Englishman that try to sell me the property.
Wow.
When me say, wait, them not a black man that want nothing like this. I just no Rasta man like me not want nothing like this. I want it. Because the big root thing there. When me go so and take the land now, and I walk back, I look on the land and I see the bush. And then if a bush right upon the land. And I think to myself, so, what am I just do? Wait there. Oh, me I go cut down the tree. I found a lot, man, and go see the next piece of property there now. And the whole community they stand up on the land, and the man them have them machete, them cutlass, and I ask a farmer them. So cutlass and that. But what did I go on is the man never paid them over long now, and him did have something going up there. So him never paid them people for how long, and when them hear say him in town, them everybody fire.
Come to them Jew.
You see it? So me look on everybody's face and I realize everybody vexish. I say, what going on so? In my mind, I make them say me I know what going on. I mean, I make this, I know say me I worry about my money. I mean, can't make this, me just spend my like $200,000. I can't make him know say me don't know what me I deny that.
Exactly.
Cause me I feel go and hold it. Cause them time my pants tucky, I have my belt, I have my shoes, my pants, my shoes, my socks, I have a little boots like farmer.
Oh, check over your gentleman.
No, me have a little a boots no Rasta, you know.
Yeah,
boots. Like my father style.
Yes, sir.
So me have a thing. Me have my outfit. So when me see the people them face me, I say, what the fuck going on, so? Me hear the man say, let me introduce you to the new owner, Mr. Marley, Mr. Rowan Marley. One of Bob Marley's son. When him start now, you gonna see them smile. When me say, all right, me just shuffle up a little bit and fix up my pants. I say, when me I gonna say no? The only thing you can say out of my mouth is let me asking you something. What is this community known for? Them say coffee. Me say coffee like aisle? Then say, yes, Mr. Marley. Coffee like aisle. Me say, hold on there. What they upon my property? Say coffee, Blue Mountain coffee. Me say, you don't know about coffee? They say, Mr. Marley, we have found coffee all our life.
Live stream.
Me say, well, all right, we're in the coffee business.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Ready now, ready for it. Then time I this man is so happy. Him the first thing come out of him out, him tell me, man, if I was you, I wouldn't hire that guy. Same
Oh.
thing. Me I talk, this is on the spot, you know. So me I say, him is a thief. The white man. Me
John.
I say, but me live in New Jersey. This is a 52 acre here. The man when him a call a thief, film 1 acre there from my property line. Him can stand up in a film yard and film 52 acre and film 1 acre pound 1 foot pound film and 1 foot pound from 52.
You don't need him.
And him and me live at Rosslyn, New Jersey. Me I say, you know, me I calculate this to my mind. And me I say, but wait, me can't take up this car, this place you're going with.
Exactly. You don't need all of them.
I say, I mean, at the community land, me just come in for, so right now, I say, all right, me need him. I say, painter, me ask you something. I said, why this man calling you a thief? He said, Mr. Marley, when we work on the land, and we eat 2 mango, we eat a little banana, we eat this, we eat that. The man said, we are thief off him property, sir.
Watch.
Me say, yeah.
Look at that.
Me say, that's it.
That's it.
I said, that's it. I said, how much mango tree there? You have about 300, Mr. Marley. Grapefruit. I have an next 150, sir. This, that. I said, let me tell you something. I only eat about 1 mango a week. Like that. Me not, you say, you know something? You where I go? You say, every blood clot tree that we see from the salon, take everything and give it to the community.
Exactly.
If we make coffee the business, that done. Me solve that the problem there. Anything else? That's it. And then when we do now, we drive around and pick up people. We drive around and stop from Buff Beer, Whoop Beer, this beer, man, any fucking beer. From Junction, go right forward to Chepstow there, topside buffet, my farm there. Any group of man when me see me stop them my jeep. Anybody I look work? Yeah, what kind of work? Maybe I look at day job here, you know, I want to task work. Now some land want to clean up. Like I say, when I say, you know, look work. Where the land there? Hey, top there, some man. All right. When you want to come? Tomorrow 9 o'clock. And someone may get the whole blood clot coming. The whole every I mean I know what me are doing. I mean just like clean up the land.
But you put the food on people plate right away.
Right away. All right. And I have no business plan. But me want to clean up the land. And me realize me have the Minister of Agriculture where come and nyam out my pocket. Where come up, I can't tell me from each a fat. But this and this I'm gonna get and this and that. But if me can just help him with a little Christmas fun, Mr. Marley, about $500,000 me give that man there. For help out, picnic this, picnic that, this and that. Things that this man gonna help me with farm license and didn't get 1 fart.
So
No man. So when them tell me say me can't get this and that on the 3rd, me end up move to California. I end up when I get the injury, I play for Harborview. I move back to New York, Miami. I work out with University of Miami for rehabilitate because I want to play for Jamaica national team. That was my dream. While that's happening, my sister asked me to start help her with a clothing company. I moved to California to take a meeting there in Los Angeles. But in my mind, I wanted to play for LA Galaxy, so I went out there to get a tryout. But while I was there, my brother Ziggy said to me, yo, him said that I told him I needed $8,000 to build out the sample line I have in my head. Him say, hey, it's not your head? I say, yeah, man, it's on my head. He said, well, all right, I have a lady will work with me. She's my seamstress. She can't help you build out your sketches. I said, all right. The lady come now, him said to me, let me ask you something first. Come I don't move to Los Angeles and say I'm gonna live at LA now because my life that kind of changed a little bit with my woman and things. I'm want to I try to find myself again. This is a weird term. It's a weird another term now, but at 2000, we're up at 2004 now. from 1999 when we couldn't get the license for export, all them things. They couldn't get the license. We just end up off a shift. So I'm going to Los Angeles now for that. My brother gave me $8,000. First, he said to me before he gave me the money, he say, yo, let me ask you something. Business or football? I said, what do you mean? In my mind, the lady sit down there, so, and I need the $8,000. So him asked, me want the money from him because I go up on tour and he give me the money so I can build the my lookbook.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how I end up create Tough Con Clothing. So him say business or football. So in my mind, I said, oh, Ziggy can't ask me that. Right there, sir. Oh, that. And the man I know much me love football. But me I said, but me at 31. And if I go try out for LA Galaxy, then people are gonna bench me. Them gonna tell me say me too old, but me I gotta practice and my hardest, and me I gonna feel like me better than the youth in front of me. So me I go stress. So me say me can't deal with that stress there. Because they're not gonna play me, they're gonna play the youth. Because yeah, so me can't, in my mind, I calculate, so me can't deal with that stress. I remember how it was in college when they wanted to play the young youth and the stress, how emotional I get. And I said, no, all right, business. So he gave me the money. So I ended up creating Tough Con Clothing, started the company, got it in some stores and etc. Well, my partner was taking too much money. And at the time, my family said, yo, if we take a pay cut, we'll invest more in the company. Because I got it in Bloomingdale's, this place, about 75 stores. So if you look online, you'll see Tough Con Clothing, you'll see that online.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then I got that. So I ended up, I had to shut it down because the partner that I found in the street was a good guy, but he didn't want to take a pay cut. So I shut it down. So that was 2006. So come 2007, before that, a brethren was wanting to invest $100,000 in the farm in Jamaica because he feel like we could do Marley, Blue Mountain Cow. But I tell him, say, yo, brethren, the government didn't give me no license, so it's not going to work. But he said, no, they will, I will. He tried his best. He wrote every prime minister, everybody, hey, can the Marley family get a coffee license? And no, because we're not producing
That's
it.
crazy though. Like,
but you have to produce. But you have to produce. But I know that going in because it doesn't work. There's a bunch of stuff that went along. You have to produce 6,000 boxes, and you need a lot of production for that, right? I wasn't doing that type of quality production.
Oh, okay. It's a numbers game.
It's a quantity game. That's how they quantify it, and they have a quality. It's a whole system. So it's just the way it is. Yes. Right? So I couldn't produce that, so I had to recant. So while I'm there now, 2006, I feel at that. I feel at relationship. I feel at everything. So I said, well, you know something. 2007 is September, right? And in an Ethiopia calendar, it's the year 2000. So I'm saying, you know something. Listen, me a life change. This now work. I told my family I'm moving to Africa.
Wow.
I said, what do you mean? I said, yeah, I'm moving to Ethiopia because that way daddy would have want that. So I packed my shit and moved to Ethiopia.
Ethiopia has been what we expected, which is the calm and the peace and the love of the people. And there's nothing more than positive vibration. You walk around and you see the works of the people, see the works of the Father, see the works of our forefathers here. Ancient history. Everything is here. We can go as far as 2,000 years.
Because it was the year 2000, and I feel like being in Ethiopia in that time was the year of the return of the Christ.
Transformative, huh?
The transformative year of Christ, the Christ return, because it was the oldest calendar, it was a Christ consciousness. So I wanted to be there for that time on the oldest calendar. So I was there. I moved to Ethiopia. But I went there 7 years prior. And while I was there, I went to a monastery, and the monk gave me a coffee cherry on the monastery, that they were growing the coffee on the monastery, and told me it was going to be my future business. So that was 1999. The year 2000, I went back to Jamaica after I bought land and started farming. So that's when I got back into farming, because the monk blessed me, right? So now fast forward, this is 2007. This after, the whole thing with my life and the thing and figuring out life. We reach Ethiopia now. So me dead now. Because that Ethiopia say I'm gonna start a clothing company called Relics of Antiquities, because they were doing all these skulls and bones, and I wanted to create a clothing brand that was built around like the priests and the saints and angels out of the artifacts of the Ethiopian church. But while I'm there, I needed to also do my sabbatical and hang out with this monk so I can learn how to be a real Orthodox, right?
Yeah.
And go to the monasteries. But while I'm there, a brethren said to me, hey man, what are you doing here? I said, what you mean what I'm doing here? He says, yeah, you Bob Marley's son. Do you sing? I said, no, I don't sing, but I have a coffee farm in Jamaica. He said, you have a coffee farm? I said, yeah. He says, do you know that Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee? And
Yeah.
when the Yemenites would go into Ethiopia and take the coffee back to Yemen, the Europeans bought the coffee from the Yemenites and said that they had the beans from the Arabs, so it became Arabica beans. I said, but the truthful name is Ethiopica. That was my first signal. Clink. I said, I'm going to be the one to tell the world that Ethiopia is the birthplace of coffee and it's Ethiopica, not Arabica. I'm going to be that guy.
Yes.
So because remember I have the farm in Jamaica and I was trying to do that business there and a whole bunch of process happened within that time, right? So I still had that plan to do. So while I'm there, I'm trying to meet with the governors of this farm, trying to, just trying to figure out how to get Ethiopian coffee. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. The monk now, he sends me back to this monastery. When I go to the same monastery again, it's like 7 hours on Lake Tana and a bunch of walking, a lot of fasting and praying. When I go to this monastery, when I get up to the top of the monastery, this time I'm walking past, it's the same monastery, Dalla Stephanos. And this time I'm walking past the coffee trees, the same trees that the monk gave me the cherry from 7 years ago and told me it was my future business. But this time I'm walking past the trees and I'm not paying attention. It's because it's not reaping time. So there's no cherries on the tree. Yeah. It's just green. But I only realized that when I look at the pictures, what I was walking up on.
Yeah.
It's down. I'm just walking. I'm just praying and walking. I'm not paying attention. I said, oh shit. But when I went up to the top, I saw the monks. They were drying coffee on a concrete slab. It's called a barbecue process. It's when you let the coffee ferment and it's called the wine process. Sorry, it's called on a barbecue. A concrete slag where you put the cherries, it's called a barbecue. And the process is called a winery process where you let it ferment and the skin just naturally falls off and you get the bean. Then they dry the bean, then they hull it, then they roast it, all a full process. But they do it naturally because they're monks, right?
Yes.
They just do it. They don't have machines and stuff. And they just do it by martyring the old school way. So I went up there and saw them doing that. And I turned around and said to my friends, I said, take a picture of me. They took a picture of me in front of the cherry. And I say to them, I said, because they say, oh, Rasta man don't deal with coffee and this and that and all of these things. I say, Rasta man don't deal with coffee, but I eat your say. So me didn't know and said to the monk, I said, let me ask you something. I thought the church didn't deal with coffee. Because they call it bad man food, like not the right name. Because in the ancient of days, when the Romans were up at night, the village people, the Habesha people, Ethiopian people, they smell the Romans, them cooking the coffee to stay up at night. So they call it devil's food. But it's just a thing, right? But it's not really. But they used to smell it because the soldiers drink it to stay up at night. So they call the food, the soldiers, them are devils, right? I didn't really devil them, but they were drinking coffee, demons them. But they were drinking the coffee. But that's what they call it. So over time, it took up that name and the church had a stigma to coffee. So I say to the monk, as I thought church didn't do with coffee. He say to me, you see that roof, there's a leak. You see the priest, they need clothes. You see this, they need that, they need that. We have coffee. He said, we have coffee, we trade coffee. I said, yeah, bingo. Number 2, I go back to Addis Ababa. I hear that the Ethiopian government has banned Starbucks from buying coffee because Starbucks wanted to coin the name Yugochafe, which is a region in Ethiopia, and they want to trademark it. And the government's like, no, you can't trademark the goddamn. It's like trademarking Kingston.
Shit, man.
Like it's like trademarking Kingston because they get more from Kingston.
Exactly.
No, you can't do that. Fuck out of here. So then Ethiopia government also wants to create a commodity system because this one's buying for this bird, that the money, the fluctuation, right? So what they did now, they stopped them from buying coffee. So I said, wait a minute. The biggest coffee company in the world don't own a coffee farm. I have a coffee farm.
Exactly.
I called the guy that wanted to put up the $100,000. I say, yo, Shane, let me ask you something. I said, Rohan, man, are you ever coming back from Ethiopia? Because I signed a letter of intent that, hey, man, if I ever do coffee, we'll do it together. I said, no. I said, relax. I said, do you know who my father is? He said, yes, Bob Marley. And I said, you know that my father is a universal man, right? He said, yes. I said, do you know that I am also universal? He said, Rohan, what the fuck are you trying to say? I said, do you know that coffee is universal? So here's what we're gonna do. I say, fuck having a Jamaican company. I can't get a license anyway. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a coffee company like a Starbucks, and we're gonna source coffee from the birthplace of civilization, the birthplace of Rastafari,
Yes.
the birthplace of Haile Selassie the First, and most importantly, the birthplace of coffee. So he said, yeah. I said, yeah. I flew back to Los Angeles. I took all my artwork that I designed for the clothing company and I made a coffee bag. That's where these pictures came from. The lion that's so, and the lion that was there, I took that lion from Tough Gong, and instead of calling it, I had the lion and Tough Gong. I just removed Tough Gong and put Marley Coffee.
Yes.
And starting to name the coffee Buffalo, because they say, oh, every name that you use, somebody own it. I said, well, I own this. Buffalo Soldier for dark roast, lively up for my espresso, simmer down for my decaf. My tagline was stir it up. And then for the morning coffee, I call it Mystic Morning. For my medium roast was Mystic Morning. And then I went to Whole Foods, and I've met somebody in the street in front of Whole Foods and asked them, hey man, can I, they gave me 2 Whole Foods, and I would be outside of Whole Foods cupping coffee every morning, asking people to try my coffee. And that's how I started Marley Coffee. And I took that from $3,000 a year to fucking a world company today. So that's what I started that shit.
Yes, man. Yes, man. Yes,
Going
man.
to trade shows, traveling, going to trade shows, learning coffee from A to Z. What's up, man?
It's not,
All right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a masterclass role in just, it's like divine arrangement, because you got Ethiopia and you name out 2 to 3, maybe 4 things that align itself with the stars, and you said to yourself, so you know what, this is divine.
Divine.
So let me do it.
Yeah, that's why I love coffee so much.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. I'm a coffee man too.
It's my life. Coffee is my life, part of my life. Coffee and herb is my life.
So Ro, you're also in the accommodation business.
Yeah.
House of Marley, that's a called Ro Marley's house.
Ro Marley Beach House. That's something that normally what I do as a businessman, I normally create a concept for my family, and if it works, I turn it into a family business. So now it's going to be called Bob Marley's One Love Hotel. So we're going to transform that. That was just a concept, and I started that in 2020 when I opened that with some guys in Mexico, Ro Marley Beach, in a little town called Puerto Morelos, and I realized the concept worked. So now my goal is to build the Bob Marley One Love Hotel now, like, similar to the concept what Margaritaville did with Jimmy Buffett.
Yes.
Family business and income. No, anywhere in the world. And then encompass that with all the branding from House of Marley, which is a headphones and audio electronics company that we created. Also, we're part of one of the founders of that, with the family founders, but I'm one of the leading members of that brand. I'm leading ambassador.
That headphone brand is out right now.
Yeah, that's out right now. I've been out for a while. And also Marley Coffee and such. And then we have other businesses in the family as well. So yeah, we try to just build our own universe. And why not? Just like anything.
It would be remiss of me, Ro, if me not say this, because the brethren who really made this possible, who put us together in a conversation, and the world is a serious vibe here. It is also relevant for say you are all doing having exploratory conversations and other adventures also on the one get involved in, don't it? We don't want to speak on it, but
because I'm in the wine and spirits game, because I own a restaurant.
Yes.
And when I go in the restaurant and people drinking wine in the restaurant, I'm like, which wine is this? Because I'm like, which wine you drinking? Oh no, you're not gonna. No, it's my place. You're gonna be drinking Rohan Marley wine. Marley wine. So you're not drinking somebody else's wine in my place.
It's not your place.
Whether if I sugar I use, Marley, anything. If I'm a sheet, me I make the sheet. Yeah. What do you mean? Why not?
So Miss Hill's question to you.
Mm-hmm.
Spark And
she
lion in your system, you know, man.
she sparked it because I was only there to be I gave up everything to be there to support her in what she's doing. I just want to hold it down as a house husband, like a house king.
Yeah.
But she's like, no man, you're greater than that, man. Come on.
Yeah, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do with yourself?
Love that. I love that you hear from me and all that, but no, you and she always say, see, like she like you asked me about singing. If you go back on my Instagram, you see it. There's a place where I was singing on there, and she just said to me recently, "But Ro, you see, you can sing, or I want you on one." And she want to put me on one of my sons. She loves that.
Yeah, man.
She's my biggest support. Her and my sister, they're my biggest support when it comes down to those things, you know. And always be a highly respected woman in life, general, and everything. So,
honestly, and I've been telling them, watch a lot of your content, because I've been an admirer of the for a while, in terms of their works, and thing. Let me know if we can get this from you in a row, because guess what going on? We know the business of exclusives. I'm going to ask you, if I overstep, please let me know. And I apologize in advance. You can tell me, you met Miss Hill?
Yeah.
Whenever you're it, someone know.
So now, I tell you, say after college, right, 95, I went to the CFL for the end of 95, and then we get fed up with that because while I was in the CFL, I was playing for a soccer team, the Jamaican soccer team. So I'd practice with the football team, then I play with the local soccer team in the evening time, right? So that was my life. So I used to play ball. So I always dreamed of playing that because I didn't feel like I used to read my Bible a lot. I didn't feel like I could keep up this aggression in me, right?
Yeah.
But then after that, went back to Jamaica, and after I got kicked off one tour because I was about to fight the musician because he was trying to stab me. One of my brothers, they kicked me off the tour anyway. That's another story. So after Canada, when I left Canada again because I just didn't like them people no more, I went back on the road with my brothers. And when I went on the road with my brothers, they had a tour called, they said they weren't going on the tour with the Fugees. Them time I never know who that was. But they said, oh, listen to the No Woman I Cried, them sing this song. I said, yeah. So yeah, and then we watch it. I said, well, nice, man. Lady, I can sing. All right, they can sing. So I did it one day upon the tour with my brother them because they were smoking goods as Busta Rhyme, Cypress Hill, Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, a bunch of artists, the Fugees, a bunch of great artists was on that tour. Bunch of artists used to come on that tour. I mean, a lot. So then, but my brothers used to close the show. They were the closing act, and then the Fugees were before them. So when the Fugees, my brothers, then we come to they come to the show just before their time. So every time I pull up, I would hear this lady singing like I would have
angelic.
I said, "Oh, that." I mean, go out there and I see the woman where I sing. I say, "Oh my God, are you that?" So one day, I sit down on the bus, and she had walked past the bus. I'm gonna say, "Bam," and blow down because she.
That's speed, man.
The bus park up, me saying that come up right on the back, and she walk up and I sit there, bam, and she look up and she wave. I'm just wave. So I say, all right. So next time now, my brother I walk about 6 of I walk, and she wanna walk, I come down with her guitar. So right when she reach where I'm gonna stick out my answer. I'm in her hand, I say, poop. And
the end.
And history from this on tour, booking groups.
Listen, I say you never tell us a story, but I'll take you as an exclusive for we, I appreciate this story because, like I said, I don't take these things lightly. I think anything good is worth working for.
Yeah, man.
It requires effort, and we've been trying to put this together for a while now, and I must tell you this, it's 100 degrees appreciation, brother. See it. I appreciate of that. I appreciate of the taking the time because hours with there, no, no,
Man,
hours with there, bro.
man,
Yeah,
thing
man,
like
great
that,
energy, man.
just a journey. So we give
Yeah,
thanks.
man.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. So, in wrapping, let me just summarize a little bit of the stuff that we're talking about now. We spoke about the journey forwarding up from the yard, you know, the troublemaker that it was, because we have to say it, you know, sir. You know, see,
That's a
and the
troublemaker, just a different way of thinking,
alive, you know,
different way of organizing mind.
yeah, yeah, you know, but we are yard people, so that's what we're gonna say, you know, and just how they are, you know, the transformations that they have been, and the redefining yourself at every given juncture, isn't it? You know, see it. So again, we give thanks for the audience. Thank you for staying with us. You know, remember Rose businesses. Then we have out there. We have the coffee house. You know, we have the product lines that are the
House of Marley.
House of Marley, right? Headsets, right? Right.
HouseofMarley.com. You have lineorder.com. You have MarleyCoffee.com, MarleyNatural.com, and most importantly, BobMarley.com.
Bob Marley. All right, you can't miss. You can't miss. But they are a Portugal roll. I must tell you this. But they are Portugal, the world of vibes and the chill out of Lisbon. And out of the clear blue sky, the gang me here start play chills.
Like Portugal, man.
Lovely, man.
We're going to do tough concluding. Guimarães.
Yes.
Guimarães, you know?
Beautiful place, man.
True. That will travel, man, I see.
Yeah, man. We do a little thing, you know, quietly, you know?
Yes,
yeah, man. More give thanks again for the moment. And much love and blessings to the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And, you know, hopefully, you know, as time goes by, we can hold another vibe again.
Anytime, my brother. Just say a word, man.
Yeah, man. See? Blessings and respect, G.
Rastafari, love.
All right. Blessings and respect. Yes, sir.
This is it, TV. Icon Talk, where the icons talk.